Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your JAYFLIGHT SLX 224 BH travel trailer. Picked a cool little bunkhouse here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration on your campsite: your awning. There'll be plenty of room for that awning to come in and out unhindered, preferably nothing hanging over top of it. And then on your off campsite, I want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your water is going to be just above your rear tire on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and your power cord is actually all the way in the rear of the unit. So park accordingly so that you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, first thing we're going to do is level our unit. On the front of your unit, you have a power tongue jack, docking light should you arrive at night. Simply raise or lower the unit until you're level. Now you can get a little stick on level and stick it on the side over here in the middle of your unit, have someone watch that. Or even set a manual level inside your doorway while someone watches that, and you bring it up and down. Now should you lose power, under this rubber stopper right here is a manual override. You can use that hand crank on, get that up and down if you don't have power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose coming down the road. Once we got our unit level, next thing we do is stabilize it. Now, four corners of your unit, you have these stabilizing jacks. 3/4 inch hand crank. You can use an impact driver or drill gun on these. I just recommend slowing down when you get to the bottom, because remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. I recommend jack pads. Jack pads are gonna protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight and keep these from sinking into the ground. So now, you're only gonna wanna run these down just until they're taut. Once you feel any type of resistance on here, you see these aren't going down any further, that's as far as you wanna go. Again, because these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. We already have our unit level. We don't wanna change that. We just wanna get them stable. So pick up a 4-pack of jack pads from our store with your 10% off coupon. Put one down underneath each foot here. Get your unit level, stable. Then we can hook up our power and water. Again, your power cord is all the way on the rear of the unit. Long 30 amp cord. Stores conveniently inside. At the end of the day, you just push it all back up inside there. Now that is 30 amp service. So you need to plug in at home. There is a 30 to 110 adapter that comes in your convenience pack. Got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. City water connects where we'll hook up at campsites. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid here or your black tank flush. Hook up your hose, water pressure regulator, then hose. But don't turn your hose on yet. Let's come around here to your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, folks, is making sure our drain plug's back in. May have left it out from last time you were camping. Get that on there nice and snug. Go inside, open up your water taps. Once the air is out of the lines, you got a nice steady flow of water. You can shut off those taps. Then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. Now let's say we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna use city water. We're gonna use potable water and go boondocking. In that case, fill up your fresh tank over here. No need for a water pressure regulator, simply use a hose. Two ways to tell when it's full. There is an overflow valve right there, or on the inside where you check your tanks of your fresh and black and gray and battery, you can hold your fresh water button down and that'll tell you when this is full. Once it's full, unhook your hose and turn on your water pump. Remember, only turn on your water pump when using potable water. Don't turn it on when using city water. That's already pressurized. Alright, you're all hooked up with power and water. Let's go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit before going inside. Starting over here on your off-camp side. First we have the outdoor kitchen. Simply pull this out. There's a quick connect hose here that will connect right there and right there. So there's your connection. You will have to hand light that hose. There is an electric fridge, or hand light that grill. There is an electric fridge over here. This is a flue for your furnace. If you run your furnace, steer clear of this and make sure nothing's ever blocking it. Again, your fresh water. A vent for your microwave. Y'all prep for a TV out here. There's a clamp that'll hook on a TV, mounting bracket. Go right on there. There's your cable 110 for that. There's your low point drain for your fresh water, potable water. Your awning LED lights, we'll run that out here shortly. Your big pass-through storage with all of your hitch work in it. Your propane does have a cover. Comes with a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty-loosey to open. Again, your batteries. Safety breakaway wire for towing and chain. Around your off-camp side, the other side of your storage. Going all the way back here by your tires again. There's your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Your outdoor shower, again city water. There's a low point drain and black and gray tanks. That's where you plug your cable in. Spare tire with a cover. Your power. Hot water heater again. That is a prep for a Furion backup camera device you can purchase. It sits on the dash of your tow vehicle, electronically communicating with this, give you a backup camera for the unit. If you have a ladder, utilize it. Fully walkable roof. Go up there a couple times a year, check your seams and caulk as needed. Maintain your roof, maintain the life of this trailer. About covers everything out here. Let's go up inside your unit. What I like to point out first always when coming into a unit is where the fire extinguisher is. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway. To the right of that, or ahead of it, on the back side of your sink here is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now the reason I mention that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you're going to be boondocking and you have nothing plugged in charging your battery while you're out, if you're going to be gone for the day, disconnect one of your battery posts to keep this from running your battery down. On your wall here's a little control panel. Interior and exterior lights. Here's where you check your tanks. There's your battery. Fresh water, that's when I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Your black and gray tanks. Here's your awning control. It's a little windy, I'm just going to start running that out. Show you how far to run that out. Guess I can get it in and out real quick. Got this big motorhome blocking the wind a little bit for me. So you see the bottom is white, top is gray. In a second there you see that white flap. When that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see that bar, that's as far as you want to go. That will extend further, so keep an eye on it when you're running it out. Run it out just until that flap falls down. Your awning also has speakers in the ends of the awning, which is really great because it points down towards your campsite instead of out at everyone else's campsite. Continue to run that in here. Alright, let's continue our tour. Coming over into your kitchen, self-explanatory microwave. Light and fan for your cooktop. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. When you turn to light, it'll turn red, hit your spark, and there's your flames. Same thing in the oven. Just turn it to light, hit your sparks, that'll light it, and then just set it to the desired temperature. No need for a pilot light anymore. Your light here becomes an oven light as well. Down below your cooktop is your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Looks like you got a handful of 15s in there, a 30 and a 40. Highly recommend having a handful of fuses with you when you go camping. Your Norcold fridge. Hold that in for about 3 seconds and that'll turn it on. So whatever's blue underneath is what we're controlling, and whatever's white in the picture is what you're controlling. For example, in this one we're controlling the freezer. Over here it would be the fridge. The freezer we like to keep at 5. The fridge usually at 3. You can bring it up or down. And then lastly is a night mode. That's telling the fridge, hey, I'm not going to be opening and closing you as much. Could you save me some power? And it does so. Shut that off. You have lighting up here for your bunk area. A handle to get up there with. There's access to storage underneath here. That'll be a heat vent. Coming into the bathroom here, I want to mention you have a hand crank open exhaust vent up here. Lighting. Keep an eye on your plumbing. It's just PEX in almost all of them nowadays. Just maintain it like you would at home. More so with this because you are bouncing a house down the road. Your thermostat here. Turn the air conditioning on real quick. I'd love to leave it on, but I want to show you how to shut it off. So AC shuts off rather quick. Now let's go to heat. Turn the furnace on. Probably gonna turn it up because I think it's more than 79 in here. There goes your furnace. I'm gonna shut your furnace off. You'll notice the furnace fan is going to take longer to shut off than your AC fan. It's like that on all units. Your table, simply lift up, pull these legs out, put your table down on those lips right there on both sides, put your back cushions on top, gives you another bed. There's a remote for this system up here. This is your Furrion AM, FM, Bluetooth, DVD player, CD player, dual zoned, 3 zones actually, indoors, outdoors, or both. Really nice system. So outside I told you about hooking a TV up. Here's that bracket. Simply take this bracket, hook a TV up to it. You can use it in your bedroom and outside as well. That's where you're prepped for that's a template for solar. If you ever decide to get this wire for solar one day, that shows the text where the wire it is. Down here's a little light, a little accent light there, and all this is individual lighting. You have this curtain that comes all the way around. And lastly, your pass-through storage is accessible from the inside under your bed. Well, that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite now. I like to shut my main lights off, and then I can walk through the unit and see if I have left any individual lighting on. Looks like we covered pretty good. Secure your door here. You don't want that banging back and forth. It's really the only door that you have to make sure is closed. Close all doors and drawers, batten down the hatches, and leave the unit. Now on your steps, most important thing is you want to make sure your exterior door is left all the way open. Otherwise this will catch on it. See how close it comes? Put that right up in there. Lock that in there. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle. Your door is ready for travel. At this point, we're going to unhook our cable, our water, and our power. If we are boondocking, we're going to dump the low point drain on our campsite. If we are hooked up to a campsite, we would dump our low point drain over here. Once our water is out of the unit, turn back to your hot water heater. Pull up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump the rest of your hot water out of there. Push that down or this door will not close. And then pull your drain plug to get the remainder out of there. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be behind your tires, behind your rear tire on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Got 10-foot hose here. Park accordingly, hook up your hose, and pull that black handle. Black holding tank is going to be your sewage. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, leave that black handle open. Again, with your water pressure regulator, you're going to come up here to this tank flush. Hook your hose at the dump station up. Hook up that, leave that black handle open, and turn that water on for about 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. Once that's done, close that up, unhook your hose, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. That's going to be cleaner water, your sinks and your showers. That's going to clean your sewage hose out a little bit for you. Close that handle, pull your sewage hose, and then conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right in your bumper. Believe me folks, it'll fit. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this JAYFLIGHT for many years to come. Happy camping.